What are the main reasons that people should invest in solar, especially in the residential format?
I think it's responsibility, and the unfortunate thing. So what I do is I build homes, I renovate homes, and when you're doing improvements on your own home, you have to work with your neighbors and make sure that everybody gets along. Well, when you look at on a global level with climate change, it's your neighbors affecting your health, your neighbors affecting everything that you do. So that's why this isn't just an issue that has to be resolved in America or in North America. It's global. If we don't have an action and we don't actually start moving toward clean, renewable energy, stop pumping all the toxins in the environment that are affecting and causing the climate crisis, even one nation who doesn't abide by some of the goals that were set out in Paris can affect the health of everybody globally. So that's why it really is a conversation that everybody has to have together. And events like this, I think, are what really motivate people to say, you know what, I didn't think that just my voice could do anything, but we've heard from climate leaders all over the country, all over the world actually, who have all started with their community and started being an advocate in their community, and it's like a virus. It spreads and everybody can get involved.
How would you debunk some myths or perhaps allay some fears for people considering solar, but they might think it looks bulky, it's unsightly, or it's too expensive?
Oh, no, solar, let me just tell you right now, solar is sexy. Everything has changed in the world. When people used to think, oh, solar, it's bulky, it's ugly, not the case anymore. People are driving by houses and seeing that they're powered by solar and saying, I love that, and I want to do that. So now that we have companies like SolarCity and Sunrun and all of these big companies who are offsetting that upfront cost and the maintenance costs, that's no longer the problem. So really the only question you have to ask yourself is, do you have commitment issues? Are you willing to commit yourself to a 20-year plan to say that I will buy clean energy for 20 years, because that's, if you're not going to pay the upfront cost, you have to sign an agreement to do that. Or it's not even just the production of the energy, it's reducing your consumption of energy. Every single house I buy, every client that we buy a house for, the first thing we do is we walk through that house and we do an assessment of the situation. We change all of the light bulbs to either LED or compact fluorescence. We change the fixtures to low flow. The cost of all of these technologies is plummeting constantly. So there's a balance, and that shift, which I talked about in some of the other hours, that shift will get to a point where nobody can deny that it's good business, it's creating jobs, and at the end of the day, it's saving us a massive amount of money because we're no longer going to have the health problems associated with polluting our environment.
That's right, it's all circular. I do want to talk a little bit more about technology now. It's being incorporated in all aspects of our lives. I'm sure as a builder and designer of homes, you see it being incorporated into the home, smart homes. How do you think about technology when you're designing